But who better than me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to more Base Talks. As always, please like and subscribe, share with a friend, a colleague, a relative, an associate, an enemy, any and all in between. It's appreciated. Now, this was a special one for me, as I always like when I get the opportunity to chat to IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Champion Jack Massey. This was one of the few that we actually done in the flesh. This is the second, I believe. Done 3 over Zoom. This is the second one in person, so it probably wouldn't have been as long as the Zoom ones. We always have more in-depth conversations in those, but I like the way this one went. It was straight after a sparring session that he had with 2 guys, one called Marek and the other one, a young prospect by the name of Lucas Royrig, who I believe is going to be turning pro soon at light heavyweight. Look out for him. He's a bit of a problem. I saw some excellent sparring. Initially, I think it was just supposed to be move around, and it quickly developed into something a bit more. It was a 5 in, 5 out type scenario. So yeah, I managed to even get a little bit of footage for myself, but I'll be keeping that back just for personal observations. But with that being said, look, we chatted it out for a little bit. Please have a look, have a listen, leave your comments down below, let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you afterwards. This is Base the Kid, the hardcore casual, and I'm delighted to once again be joined in the flesh by IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Champion Jack Massey. Jai, how are you feeling since obviously coming to the UK and everything, doing your training, last set of sparring? How things been?
It's good, man. You know, it's been fucking tough. I've been putting in the hard work, challenging days, bro, just grinding. So we're looking forward to this taper week next week, flying to Saudi tomorrow, and then we get to, you know, just sharpen up.
Before anything else, I want to say big congratulations to you on the birth of your daughter, Lila. I know that's an amazing feeling. One I haven't had yet, but I'm hoping to get there soon. But a question with regards to that: how was that new addition to the family impacted positively or negatively, like your training, your focus, your preparation? Now you've got something else, maybe bigger than boxing, to focus on.
Man, I'm loving it. You know what I mean? I've been looking forward to this feeling for a long time. You know, I've got a great partner who, you know, really holds it down at home. So, you know, shout out to Kanisha, man. She's at home looking after the family while I'm here, you know, doing what I got to do. You know, it's a team effort, and I've got a great team behind me. So, you know, it's a beautiful feeling, man.
Look, that's great to hear. And again, I'm really proud for you and Kanisha, so shout out. Before we come on to obviously where we're going, Saudi, October the 12th, Jack Massey. Previously, your last bout, you fought Maris Bradis for a second time in a rematch. A lot of people felt that you would just blow through Maris Bradis a second time, having experienced the first fight and sort of how that went. I wasn't one of them. I said that you would win, but I always said it would be on points. Bradis is a real tough guy, but did all the outside noise maybe get you off of your game plan a little bit to almost go for that knockout rather than trying to box and make it an easier night?
Man, there's a lot of things that happen for the lead up to that fight, you know, in our own camp. You know, we sounds like excuses, you know, fucking shit, but we had to adapt to a few things, you know what I mean? So not everything went smooth, and we didn't walk into that fight like we usually do, you know what I mean? I usually walk into a ring with a full bank thinking, fuck, there's no way this guy's outworked me, you know what I mean? A few things went wrong, and I was like, I sort of second guessing myself, like not second guessing myself as you know, I couldn't win. I mean, like, fuck, you know, this is going wrong, and I've made it more of a, you know, it sort of was in the back of my mind. So, and I feel like that really showed in my performance. But it was a great learning fight. You know, we had to adapt to, you know, our circumstances. He's a great fighter. I feel like he's very underlooked, you know, just because he's at that age. You know, they had a good game plan, and it was a good fight. You know, it's I feel like it's a positive to what happened and what we can take away from fights like that.
So speaking of that, I mean, since that fight, what have you gone away and worked on? What have you adjusted? Have you made any tweaks, or is it just about training harder? Is it being smarter? Like, what adjustments have you made?
Yeah, it's about fighting smarter. You know, not trying too hard to fucking hurt people all the time. You know, I got a bit caught up in the whole fucking, you know, smash everyone, take their head off, get them out early, because, you know, boxers wanted to see exciting fights, but that's not what got me here. You know, I got the boxing ability, I got the skill, you know, the power comes, you know what I mean? So we just got to do what we do best and adapt in the ring. You know, we've had some fucking big, hard camps. You know, we've been in the trenches for a few weeks now, fucking just adapting. You know, we're really looking forward to next week, getting over to Saudi, and then having that taper week and just sharpening all the tools now. You know what I mean? The machine's been built, we've been grinding away, and now we just get to sharpen up next week.
So this is your third time over in Saudi, and I would say it's probably a bit more used to it, obviously, from the first time, second time, third time. What is the difference in, I guess, commitments for you as a fighter going and doing these Saudi events as opposed to when you were fighting, you know, in Australia at sort of the ballroom or any other place?
Sorry, what was the question?
What's the difference having to do one of these events as opposed to fighting at Wembley Arena or in Australia?
Yeah, man, these Riyadh seasons have raised the bar. You know what I mean? They're the biggest fight nights, you know, at this time. You know, being a part of these Riyadh seasons is just huge. So, you know, it's set a really high standard for all the boxing cards. You know, I feel like if you're not a part of these Riyadh seasons, you're really missing out. So, you know, I'm blessed to be here, but at the same time, I've earned my spot here. You know, it's exciting, man. It's exciting to be a part of these huge cards.
So today was the last sparring before you fly to Riyadh. I'm assuming you're not going to do any sparring while you're out there.
No. Today was the last spar, man. Today was our last sort of. We still got some hard sessions in the bank. You know what I mean? We got a bank while we're over in Saudi, but today was our, you know, last sort of full contact spar.
Now, you was sparring a young prospector, soon to turn pro, Lucas Rohrig, who going to be light heavyweight, I believe. Was that a planned spar, or was that just a case of you just said, look, who's around, and then someone just happened to contact you, say, yeah, he's in the building, he'll come and spar you? How did that all work out?
Man, honestly, we just, 1 minute we're sparring here, like we just sparring there, sparring here. We come here today, some boys rocked up, you know. I think this spar was planned yesterday, and I just rock up and move around, you know what I mean? He's a good kid, you know, he's got some great ability. He actually surprised me today, you know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that. I was sort of expecting to come in and move around. He come out, he's fucking, it's awesome, you know, that's what I needed. You know, he's a great little fighter, and I'm looking forward to coming back and moving around with him again.
So when you have those kind of spars, especially spars where they're not the same style as the person you're going to be fighting in the ring, like, what do you take from it? Is it a thing of trying to work timing? Is it a thing of getting your speed quicker? Like, how do you use those spars to benefit you?
You just adapt, you know what I mean? You just adapting to the style. You know, you working on your own things, but man, it's just getting the K's in the legs, and you know what I mean? Having someone attack you, fucking fitness, defense, working on it all. So it's good. You know, it's been. We've had some big weeks here. You know, it's been a fucking just non-stop grind since we've been here. You know, as soon as we jumped off the plane, we have just been non-stop grinding. So I'm really looking forward to this taper week, man, because fuck, I just want to start sharpening up and, you know, start getting that fucking rhythm back. And yeah.
No, I hear you. Okay, so look, let's talk about Jack Massey. And one thing I like about you, every time that we speak, if you've got a fight date scheduled, all you care about is who you're fighting. You don't care about who else is in the division, who else has got belts, whatever. It's like you're fighting. But Jack, obviously, I don't think was initially the first person you wanted to fight. So when you go through your mind that I want to unify, I want to, become undisputed, these are my goals, how then difficult, if at all, is it for you to then get up for, fights where you've basically got everything to lose but nothing to gain?
Hey, honestly, it's just another day in the office for us. You know what I mean? Nothing's ever worked in our favour. My whole career, it's been ups and downs and fucking, they took the, you know, like one of my fights, they took the belt off me, then we come back, we had the fight, then I had to win it back off Breedis, and then that, you know, everyone's fucking badmouthing that fight, and then I'm coming back to this. Like, no one's ever happy, you know what I mean? No one, you can never ever make everyone happy, or everyone's always got something negative to say, you know what I mean? So we just focus on fighting, you know, we just focus on training hard and making sure we win the fights, no matter who's on the other side of that ring.
So with Jack, I mean, look, he's a very tough, durable guy. Been in the ring with Joseph Parker, went 10 rounds with him, barely got wobbled. He's durable, tough, you know, rugged. Probably is going to want to try and get up close and make it a physical fight. I'm assuming you've prepped for that, but what have you seen from him, or what confidence do you take from any footage that you have seen, if at all?
Yeah, you pretty much just nailed it all, man. He's exactly that. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science what he wants to do. You know, he wants to come in and make this a fucking brawl. You know, he knows he has to as well. So let's go there. You know what I mean? I'm fit and strong enough to go those fucking 12 rounds. You know what I mean? We can adapt to any sort of style he brings. Let's fucking go deep.
Not overlooking that, but the IBF yet again have imposed another mandatory on you, which has to be satisfied, I think, 90 days after this fight. Hussein Sintenko, I think his name is. I hadn't known of him before, but I'm also not going to write him off as anything other than a dangerous opponent, because I guess he's in the same situation now that you were in before the first Breeders fight. So obviously not overlooking Jack Massey, but considering that you have to now deal with that afterwards, is that sort of a frustration that, you know, the IBF yet again are maybe trying to delay your unification ambitions?
It is what it is, man. Like, I just train hard, you know what I mean? I just got to win these fights. That's all that matters. As long as I keep winning, these unification fights will come, you know? So I'm just focused on the 12th of October, and then whatever's next.
I hear that. Okay, so let's say that, you know, everything goes your way as you want it to, get through the 12th of October. When would you ideally like to be out again? Because I know with you, you seem to get better and better when you have the activity. When you have a bit more time in between is when things start to slow down. So where would you like to be out again after the 12th if everything goes according to plan?
Man, straight away. You know what I mean? If we come out of this fight, you know, I know there's going to be a tough fight, but if we come out of it uninjured, nothing wrong, we'll roll straight into December, you know, straight on the Usyk Fury undercard. But we just got to win this fight first, you know. Jack Massey ain't no chump, man. He's a hard fight. We're just fully locked in.
I hear that. Okay, last couple. So with regards to obviously that fight, so now we've got Chris Billam-Smith facing Zurdo Ramirez. I'm not going to ask you who you think wins anything. I know you better than that. But do you feel almost a bit like aggravated that you've been the only one calling for mandatories visibly, loudly to the public, and the first unification that happens in the division doesn't involve you? Does that frustrate you? Does that make you want it even more? How do you feel about that?
I can't control it, you know what I mean? There's no point, you know, getting frustrated over stuff that I can't control. 12th of October, Jack Massey is all I'm focused on.
Last one with regards to unifications, and then I'll leave it, I promise. So obviously you had Ryan Rosicki and Noel Gavor supposed to face each other for the WBC. Would you potentially look in that direction for a unification bout to try and, you know, maybe go 2 belts apiece with the winner of the other fight down the line? And I know we're talking about Jack Massey, but I'm just thinking ahead, like, because your focus has always been the WBO. I know that's what you want. But would you consider going that WBC route to try and unify there and then sort of bring all the belts together? Or is it strictly no, WBO first and everything afterwards?
I would prefer the WBO first, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? What I want and what I get are two different things. So, man, we'll take any unification fight.
All right, last one, Jai. I'm going to leave the last words to you. Tell the people who are watching why they should tune in on the 12th of October to you versus Jack Massey on the Better Beef and Bivol undercard.
Man, tune in. It's going to be a cracker fight, you know. I'm expecting a war this fight, you know. I know he's a hungry lad, so let's go deep, boys.
Jai, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time, man. as you can see, a little bit shorter than usual, but I did want to respect the fact he had literally been in training for like the last 2 and a bit hours, you know, heavily sweating up a storm, like I said, big rounds of sparring. But we had a nice, interesting chat, not too dissimilar from some of the previous ones, but I'm hoping there's a couple of extra little nuggets in there for the people to see and to speak about. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. If you've got any comments or any things that you'd maybe like to know in the for the next one, leave those. There was, you know, there's so much other stuff we could have spoke about that I wanted to ask, but again, being respectful of time, literally as soon as my interview was over, I think he did one last one and then was straight out the door. So yeah, much respect for the time. I think he's jetting off to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in the morning. So good luck to him in his preparations. Good luck to Jack Massey. Praying that both of them make it to the ring healthy. I'm praying that both of them make it out of the ring healthy. But most importantly, I'm praying that respect is earned in the ring. If you guys know any of the previous interviews, you'll know where that comes from. But yeah, until the next one, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you for your time, but catch you soon. Peace.